So you're thinking about getting a Sidekick LX? Well, before you do go and buy a Sidekick LX, let me just tell you a few things that you should know about them. This is the real review from a real guy who's owning. I'm just a regular guy like you guys. I'm not from a company. I'm not trying to sell a product or anything like that. But let me just tell you exactly what you're getting into when you get a T-Mobile Sidekick LX. First thing you're gonna notice, first thing I should tell you is that this is my first Sidekick ever. So, while I may not know the difference between this one and the other ones, I'll let you know that the design is pretty cool. It's one of the best devices that I actually own, phone at least. If you press it on the top bottom, that's when it flips up the screen. As you can see, it reveals a full keyboard. The keyboards are pretty good, pretty easy to text with. They're spaced apart really nicely. We got the speaker right here. We got the my fave on this side. We got the menu or jump button here. We have the return button here, and we have the X button here. Now on the back, as you can see, with this 1.3 megapixel, which by the way, let me tell you right now, it is a crappy camera. I have a Samsung from Sprint. I had a phone. Let me show you right here. This is the phone I had. This is a 1.3 megapixel camera, and the pictures in this looks like a 10 megapixel compared to this, and they're the same exact camera, same 1.3 megapixels, but for some reason this one sucks. Now let's get to the features. Basically, you get the phone menu. When you're in the main menu, you get messages, address books, web browser organizer, you get camera, MP3 music player, and you get MySpace, which is a new addition to it as well. Let me see, that looks better right there. You also get a mini game, which is MySpace right here. Now, one thing I should tell you before anything, unlike any other phone that I noticed or that I had before, you notice that there is a G7 on the top now, and then you see the bars. Now, the Sidekick for some reason uses a different method to connect to the web than other phones. Other phones will use the regular antenna, which is this right here. Excuse me, hold on. I think I just got a message with somebody. You get when you connect to the antenna, which is right here. That's when you get the connect to the internet reception and everything. But this one, you have to have a G there in order to connect, and it is very hard sometimes to get a G. When you get a phone call, you get disconnected and so forth and so forth. Now, as you can see, I have the G there. So when I try to log on, let me just try to log on to something. Let me show. It has AIM, MSN, and it also has Yahoo, which is not that popular. But I'm gonna try AIM. I'm gonna try to sign on. My password and everything is in there. Sign on. It's right now. It's gonna look for basically trying to sign me on. And like I mentioned, I do have a G. I do have a 7, and as you can see, my strength bar, which doesn't have to do anything, it's basically great. As you can see, it takes quite a long time to sign you out. This phone is so ridiculous that there's no words to describe how far behind this phone is for any other phone. While it signs me on, let me just go to the main menu. As you can see, it's taking quite a long time, and I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. You notice it does have an MP3 player, but the thing is that you cannot, I repeat, you cannot use those MP3s as ringtones, which is a major blow. Now, there is a website that actually lets you convert your MP3 player. That I used to do it when I used to have the Sprint, but that website did not work either. So there is no way, unless it is hacked, there is no way to play your MP3 music as ringtones. Just to let you guys know. Another thing, I get very, like I mentioned earlier, the G. If you don't have the G, you cannot connect to the data, which is AIM, web browsers, anything. I rarely get that around my area. it goes on and off all the time, and it's a pain in the butt because you're paying for a service that you don't use. So it goes on and off, on and off, on and off. Let me see if I actually connect it to AIM already. Okay, I did connect. So I'm surprised actually it did connect, because sometimes it doesn't. Let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna call my voicemail. I'm gonna cover my number just in case. And then I'm gonna end the call. I ended the call. As you can see, it has the G went away. All I did was make a phone call. The G went away, and until it comes back, there's no way that I could use the internet. So while it loads, let me just let you guys know that this product is one of the worst products I ever owned. No MP3 as music, I mean as ringtones. A crappy camera, bad reception. As you can see, it's still no G. And without that, I cannot connect to anything. I cannot connect at all to no web pages, no nothing. Just so you can see, I'm gonna try to connect to a page right now, and there is no G. So as you can see, it's starting to connect, and because there's no G, it's not gonna connect. Excuse me. Now I advise you guys, like I said, if you don't have to, as you can see, service cannot be established. I mean, see, no G, no nothing yet. I just had a G before I made the phone call, and you're gonna get a lot of those problems. Another thing I noticed, that I get a lot of drop calls, a lot of frozen calls. My phone freezes from time to time. I mean, it's a crappy phone, and the most crappiest thing of the most is the fact that you cannot. I mean, the phone does not come with a with an alarm clock. Excuse me. It does not come with an alarm clock. What that means is that you gotta go to the shop channel, which is this one right here. As you can see, it says the caterpillar once the data has been restored, and there's still no G. Still no G. So as you can see, it's retarded. This is really retarded. It's a retarded phone. Like I said, the camera is very crappy. I'm not even gonna get into that, but the camera is very crappy, just to let you guys know. And you have to buy, like I mentioned earlier, an alarm clock. I mean, oh, one more thing is, I wanted to switch my SIM card with another phone, and before I did, I wanted to transfer all the numbers or the contact numbers into the phone. Well, guess what? You cannot do it all at once. You gotta. I have. Let me show you. I have 121 contacts. 121 contacts, and out of those, I had to do every single one of them, transfer to the SIM card one by one. So well, that's my review of the Sidekick LX. I hope this helped you out. If you don't have to get this, don't get it. It is behind. As you can see, still no G. No G, even though I got 4 bars out of 5. So I hope you guys skip this, wait for another one, and wait until the Sidekick goes up to date, because they are always behind. So thank you for listening. And oh, and by the way, MySpace is whack. MySpace is very whack. It's slow. I'd rather use MySpace internet than to use this one, something that I gotta pay for. This MySpace is supposed to be the best thing in here. It is very slow. It loads horribly slow, and you cannot even see your whole page. Or you see is a blank, a regular cutout page, whatever version. And as you can see, still no G. Anyway, that concludes the review. So I hope you guys make up your mind and do not get it if you don't have to. So get another phone instead of this one.